All right, we're here with Jon Cardwell. Jon, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So Jon, what brought you out to the Portland Boulder Rally this year?
Well, I've seen like a few videos of it in the past and stuff, and a few of my friends were gonna come out and do it, and it looked like a good time, so I was like, why not? Go check it out.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what's your impression of the circuit gym at this point?
Oh, so far it's like pretty impressive. It was fun. The problems are really well set, and like the gym's kind of cool. It seems like it's made out of like there's just like a stain of wood or something on there, so it's kind of unique.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it before.
Yeah. I mean, you see like that kind of clear coat of wood, but this is just a little different, and it's cool that the boulder problems top out and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So talk about your qualifier round. Did you have a specific plan in mind going in?
Really, I don't, like with these Redpoint rounds, I don't have like so much of a specific plan as to, I just kind of warm up and see how my body's feeling, and then I pick a few people to climb with, and we just kind of session. Just
kind of see how things go.
And then see where things go from there.
So how did things go for you today?
I think they went pretty well. Yeah.
Feel like you're going to be in finals?
I hope so, yeah.
Talk a little bit about the problems that you encountered. There is there were a lot of dynamic problems, but then some not so dynamic problems as well.
Yeah, there was a mix in the field for sure. There were like in the front side, there were two like big dynos. At least one of them was a dyno for me, and then the other one was like a big lock off kind of thing.
Yeah.
And those gave me a little issues just because like those kind of problems are hard to calculate like the first try. But then all the other problems in the back were kind of more like just power and straightforward and stuff like that. So I don't know. They were cool.
Not too bad.
Good variety, yeah.
And you did, how many of the top 5 did you do?
Out of the top 5, I did 4 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think only Jimmy and Carlo did the hardest one, so it's going to be interesting to see how things shake out with everyone else.
Yeah, I think with everyone else, it's just going to come down to number of attempts. So it's kind of like we're just hoping we did well enough to, make it into the next round.
Yeah, and so one of the other cool things that was going on today was a youth comp. I know that you're a coach back in Boulder. Talk a little bit about youth climbing and how important that is for these local communities.
Oh man, it's huge. There's like, it's the future of our sport really. It's like what we teach these kids, like in training and in the gym, and how to respect the outdoor and go outside and climb outside and stuff like that. So
do you get more nervous competing yourself or when you're watching your kids compete?
Actually nowadays I get pretty nervous watching the kids compete because I remember when I was young I wasn't so comfortable in those environments really. So now I just understand what they're going through, so it makes me nervous, like bring back the old days. And now when I compete for myself, I'm kind of like more used to it. Like I'm used to the pressure of, having to perform and just the crowd and lights and people watching you, And I think for a youth climber, that's just hard to encounter.
Just something you pick up over time and experience?
Something you pick up over time for sure.
So what's one piece of experience that you feel is important if you make it into finals tonight that you kind of bring in and call on to kind of get yourself in the right frame of mind?
Just stay relaxed the whole comp, really. Like don't let one specific move or problem kind of like shut you down, So like if there's a problem or something I can't do, then I'm just gonna move on and take it to the next problem. I think in these comps it's always good to be as efficient as possible, like physically and like kind of in the mind as well.
Yeah. So, is it you just like take a deep breath and step back if you struggle on a problem? Because it feels like there must be a lot of pressure because everyone's watching and you only have 4 or 5 minutes to actually do the problem. Yeah,
for sure. Definitely time's a restraint, but at the same time, that like there's forerunners and good route setters that set these problems for us, and they saw how we climbed today. So I know that physically the problems are possible. It's just about unlocking that sequence in the shortest amount of time.
And you're here with Adidas today. Talk a little bit about working with them.
Well, I'm a sponsored athlete for Adidas Outdoor, and basically what I do is I do my best to represent them in all these, competitions, big events, and climbing outside, trying to push the limits for rock climbing, and try to inspire people, Well, great. Well, best of luck to you, Jon, and thanks for stopping by. Thank you.
Thanks, Jon.
Yeah.